as I'm sure Seahawks fans are left scratching their heads over how this one got away. And that includes Pete Carroll, who I don't blame for going here last night in the postgame. But the officiating last night, now both teams were getting flags thrown on them, but the number of times that CeeDee Lamb got a flag thrown on him, and you could say they were all pass interference, whatever. Reek Woolen was getting flagged all over the joint, all of them. Illegal contact, defensive holding, pass interference. The number of times the Cowboys got fresh sets of downs, I lost track. But here was Pete Carroll after the game.
Totally played for the moment and did it, and we're there. And had great leadership from our older guys, but we had good play from the young guys too. And it's unfortunate that the game just, it feels like there was a whole nother factor in this game. I don't know, you guys saw a lot better than I did, but there's just way too many penalties in this game. And we got that for both sides. We got to get out of that kind of football. I thought so many guys came through and made big plays and tough plays and showed great heart and great resolve to hang in there. We had to score 3 times in one sequence from the inside the 10-yard line. We had to stop them inside the 15-yard line a couple different times and got that done. Knocked them back out of touchdown range. So many good sudden change kind of situations. I'm proud as hell of these guys and the way we fought. And unfortunately, there might be 5 plays in this game that could change the whole game, and just unfortunately that's the way it turned out.
10 penalties on Seattle, fair enough. 9 on Dallas. 130 penalty yards on Seattle, 127 on Dallas. So it was equal opportunity. That sequence he's referring to, they had to score 3 times. They did.
That's crazy.
How about the one to Noah Fant? Oh, wait a minute, touchdown. No. We gave Mike McCarthy a timeout, even though he barely moved. He's calling timeout. You know how Sean McVay runs a 40-yard dash? Yeah. McCarthy's like, I'm not running. I'll just go right here, go like this. And somehow, some way they gave it to him. I don't know what the hell happened there. Yeah. It is my cause, my cleats weekend. I guess the referee thought the weekend is actually starting with my cause, my cleat. I didn't know.
Well done.
Because I'd rather see the shoes than Blakeman. And Pete's not wrong. I don't know. We talked about it with Dean Blandino earlier this week. I don't know what's going on with the officiating this year. It appears to be way off of what it needs to be. And I'm sure you'll show me that arm is here, that arm is there, that's an arm bar. He shouldn't have dragged that. He shouldn't have done this. But at some point, right? I mean, can't you call holding on every play? You could call holding. I was like, what's the standard? What is the standard? And I'm sure the league will push back and saying, Seattle's had 130 penalty yards in 2 of their last 3 games. It happened against the Rams, too, in a loss in Week 11.
Aren't these 2 teams 2 of the highest penalized teams anyway?
I'm sure they're sitting there and saying that. I get it. But in terms of your watchability.
It was rough.
And this was a game that I think the league kind of digs in the fact that it's the first game, let me get this one correct, in NFL history. Yeah. It's never happened before. First game in NFL history where both teams scored over 35 and neither punted once. All due respect to punters, they are people too. But in a number of penalties over and over and over, we don't want to see the officials. We don't want to hear from them. And Pete did the usual, which is like, I'm just saying, you guys see it better, which is his way of saying, I get fined if I say something, not you.
Right.
So write what you see. And, and for Pete, the number of times I'll see something and I'll say something, and then it comes back. The competition committee will just say, yeah, we don't have too much of a problem with the way it's done. I mean, he's got some influence. He should be stomping up and down in the competition committee room and saying, what's going on? Let's figure this thing out. Season on the line. I had to score 3 damn times from inside the 10. Season on the line. Reek Woolen, who was damn near defensive rookie of the year last year, he's getting calls all over the place. He is having an off year. But I don't blame for Seattle for getting really pissed about this one. And then there's, as I pointed out, notice I went with the play better than the ref stuff first, which is that play call at the end. Do you think they'd want that one back? Let's go with a third-string running back having to get out of the flat real fast, and part of the reason why he didn't is maybe because he's, just take a look at the play back. He doesn't get out there that fast with his first step. Tank Lawrence gets in the way, and by the time Tank Lawrence gets in the way, Micah Parsons has Geno Smith dead to rights. Why are you letting Micah Parsons go unblocked and unaccounted for? And problem for Seattle, too, is their next games. San Francisco, they got to visit them, and then they got the Eagles. How big is that game? That's the first ever game flexed into a Monday night window. And part of that also has to do with who got flexed out.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.